Hello, dear students. This is Mr. Mahmoud explaining Math Course 1, and this is Chapter 2, Lesson number 4, percents greater than 100% and percents less than 1%. Percents as decimals and fractions. Percents greater than 100% or less than 1% can also be written as decimals or as fractions. Examples. Example number 1. Write 0.2 as a decimal and as a fraction in simplest form. This number, 0.2%, we need to write it as a decimal and as a fraction in simplest form. So, to remove this percent sign, we have to take the decimal point to the left, 2 places. So we need to put here a 0. So we put here a 0, and there will be a 0 for the decimal point. So it will be 0.002. 0.002. Now, we know that 0.002, it's 2000. What does it mean, 2000? 2000 means 2 over 1000. And if we divide by 2 up and down, divide by 2 in the numerator, divide by 2 in the denominator, this gives you 1 over 500 as a fraction in simplest form. Example 2. Write 170% as a mixed number in simplest form and also as a decimal. We all know that percent means over 100. So 170% is equal to 170 over 100. Now, this is an improper fraction. Improper because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So, we can see how many hundreds are there in 170. Means 170 contains how many hundreds? It contains only 100 with remainder 70. So we can say that 170 over 100, it's 170 over 100. We can divide by 10 up and down, or simply we can cancel 1 0 up with 1 0 down. So this will give mixed number in simplest form 1 and 7 over 10. And you know that 7 over 10 means 7/10. So in decimal, it will be 1 as a whole number. 0.7 means 7/10. Another method to transform the improper fraction into a mixed number is division. And you can say 170 over 100 means 170 divided by 100. Of course, 1 is not divisible. Take 17. 17 is not divisible. Take 170. It contains 1. 1 times 100 is 100 minus this will give 7. So really it's 1 and 70 over 100. And you continue simplifying to be 1 and 7 over 10 and to make decimal as 1.7. Now write each percent as a decimal and as a mixed number or fraction in simplest form. So 0.25%. We need to cancel the percent sign. So I will move the decimal point to the left 2 places. So this will be 0.0025. This is a decimal. And as a fraction, it will be 25 over, let's count how many digits we have to the right of decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4, means over 10,000. Now we should divide by 25 up, divide by 25 down, and this will give 25 divided by 25 is 1. 10,000 divided by 25, just divide the 100 and we will drop the 2 zeros. We know that 100 divided by 25 is 4. Drop the 2 zeros, so 400. So problem A as a decimal, it's 0.0025, and as a fraction in simplest form, it's 1 over 400. Now let's try to solve problem B. 300%. 300%. No decimal point is here. But if we imagine that there is a decimal point to the right of the ones, and we have to cancel the percent sign, so we move decimal point to the left 2 places. So this will be 3.00, means 3. So as a decimal, it's 3. And also as a fraction, it's 3 over 1, which is also 3. So in both cases, it is just 3. 530%. Also, if we imagine that there is a decimal point here to the right of the ones place, and we want to cancel the percent sign, so we move decimal point to the left 2 places. So this will be 5.3. And we know that 0.3 means 3/10. So it's like 5 and 3 over 10. Means as a decimal, it is 5.3. And as a mixed number, it's 5 and 3 over 10. Moving on. Example 3. Jimmy's savings increased by 250%. Write 250% as a mixed number in simplest form and also as a decimal. 250%, we know that it's 250 over 100. 250 contains how many hundreds? It contains 2 with remainder 50. So over 100 again. Now you can simplify by dividing by 10, or we can divide by 50 directly. Divide by 50 up gives you 1. Divide by 50 down gives you 2. So it's 2.5. And we know that 2.5, it's 2.5. Question D. The stock price for a corporation increased by 0.11%. Write 0.11% as a decimal and as a fraction in simplest form. Let's solve it here. 0.11%. We need to cancel the percent sign. So we move the decimal to the left 2 places. So this will be 0.0011. Now we want to write it as a fraction. As a fraction, it will be 11 over, let's count how many digits to the right of the decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4. So over 10,000. And now simplify here because 11 is a prime number, cannot be simplified more. Moving on. Mix numbers and decimals as percent. To write a decimal as a percent, it's a decimal. And we want it to be a percent. Just multiply by 100 and add a percent sign. To write a mixed number as a percent, first write the mixed number as an improper fraction. Let's see examples. Example 4. Write 1 and 1 over 4 as a percent. 1 and 1 over 4 is 5 over 4. How? From down to up, we multiply 4 times 1 is 4. Then we add 4 plus 1 is 5. And we put it on the same denominator, which is 4. So 5 over 4. So from down to up, multiply, then add to change the mixed number into improper fraction. Now we know that it's 5 over 4. And we need to know what number over 100 to make it a percent. So we will multiply by 25 up and down. This gives 5 times 25 is 125. 4 times 25 is 100. So 125 over 100, or we can say 125%. Another method to solve this problem, if you know that from your previous background that 1 over 4 as a decimal is 0.25, we can write down 1 and 1 over 4 directly as 1.25. Now we need it to be a percent, just multiply by 100. Multiplying by 100 will move decimal point to the right 2 places. So it will be here. To the right of the ones place means nothing. So it's 125%. You can follow this method to transform into a fraction or to transform into a decimal, then a percent. It's your choice. So problem E. Write each mixed number as a percent. I can find it easy now to transform it into a decimal because we know that 9 over 10 is 9/10, means this number is 2.9. Now, to make it a percent, we have to multiply by 100, means we move decimal point to the right 2 places. We don't have enough places, so we will put here 0. So this will be 290%. This number, we can follow the fraction style now, from down to up, multiply, then add. 5 multiplied by 3, 15 plus 2, 17, over the same 5. Now, we need it to be over 100 to make it a percent, means we should multiply by 20 down, because 5 times 20 will give you 100. Then we will multiply by 20 up. This will give you 340. 340 over 100 means 340%. If you wanted to follow the decimal style, first 3 and 2 over 5, you can multiply by 2 up, by 2 down. This will give 3 and 4 over 10. And we know that 4 over 10 like 4/10, so it's 3.4. Then we multiply by 100, means move decimal point to the right 2 places. We don't have enough places, so you will need 0 here. So the same, it will be 340%. So it doesn't matter if you change into fraction first or decimal first, the final answer should be the same. It's your style, it's your choice. Now, let's write example number 5. Write 1.68 as a percent. Very easy. Just move decimal point to the right 2 places. Then you put the percent sign. So it will be 168%. Also, this is a decimal, 0.0075, and we need it to be a percent. Also, move it to the right 2 places. It will be exactly here. So it will be 0.75%. Now, problem G. Let's write those numbers as percent. Move decimal point to the right 2 places. So we need here 0. So this is gonna be 250%. Also here, move decimal point to the right two places. So it will be 0.4%. The same, move decimal point to the right two places, as if you multiply by 100. Because you know multiplying by 100 will move decimal point to the right. So move to the right two places. Then you will put the percent sign. So 0.16%. See how easy, everybody? The cheetah is the fastest land mammal in the world. The peregrine falcon is the fastest bird in the world. Its speed is 2.1 times as fast as the cheetah. Write this number as a percent. So 2.1, we will move decimal point to the right two places. We don't have enough places, so we need to put 0. And it will be 210%. So the peregrine falcon speed is 210% of the cheetah's speed. Another question. Question J. The slowest land mammal is the sloth. Its speed is about 0.0016 that of the cheetah. Write this number as a percent. Very easy. Just move decimal point to the right, two places. So this will be 0.16%. Let's solve some problems as a practice for the lesson to check really whether you understand what's going on or not. Write each percent as a decimal and as a mixed number or a fraction in simplest form. 325%. Let's imagine that there is a decimal point here and we want to cancel the percent sign. So we move decimal point to the left two places. So it will be 3.25. Now, 3.25 can be written as 3 and 25 over 100 because this is 25 hundredths. So 25 over 100. Now, we can divide by 25 up, divide by 25 down, and this will give 3 and 1 over 4. Problem 2, 480%. Also, let's imagine that there is a decimal point here. Move it to the left two places to cancel the percent sign. So this will be 4.80. And you know that in decimal, 4.80 is the same as 4.8. So leave it 4.8. This will help us to make it as a mixed number. 4 and 8 tenths means 8 over 10. Now we can divide by 2 up, divide by 2 down, and this will be 4 and 4 over 5. 0.6%. We need to remove the percent sign. So move decimal point to the left 2 places. We don't have enough places, so you put here 0. So this is gonna be 0.006. Means it's 6,000. So you write it down as 6 over 1,000. Then you simplify. Divide by 2 up. Divide by 2 down. This is gonna be 3 over 500 as a fraction in simplest form. Write each mixed number or decimal as a percent. We need the percent now. This is a mixed number. Let's transform it into improper fraction. From down to up, we multiply, then we add. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 4 is 9. So this is 9 over the same denominator 5. Multiply by 20 up. Multiply by 20 down. To get denominator equals 100. 9 multiplied by 20 is 180. So finally, this is 180%. We need this decimal to be a percent. Just move decimal point to the right 2 places. So this will be 0.15%. The same is happening here. We need this number to be a percent. Move decimal point to the right 2 places. It will be to the right of the ones. So no need to be written. It will be 275%. Problem 7. A manufacturing company finds that 0.0019, or we can say 19 ten-thousandths of the light bulbs it makes are defective. Means every 10,000 bulbs they produce, 19 will be defective. Write this number as a percent. Very easy. 0.0019. We need it to be a percent. So we will move decimal point to the right 2 places. This will be 0.19% of bulbs are defective. So as you can see, guys, the lesson is easy. It needs just for you to practice more. That's it for our lesson for this time. Till we meet again in another lesson.